Słuchasz podcastu Angielski z Konradem. Nowe odcinki każdego tygodnia. Jeśli chcesz popracować nad płynnością, nabrać odwagi do konwersacji, skorygować często popełniane błędy bądź poznać skuteczne metody nauki, ta audycja jest dla Ciebie. Remember, you're not at school, so chill out, kick back and enjoy yourself. Let's begin. Witaj w kolejnym odcinku. Zanim zaczniemy, pozwól, że pokrótce przypomnę, jak możesz wykorzystać mój podcast. Jeżeli czujesz się pewnie ze swoim angielskim, wystarczy, że przesłuchasz audycji. Dla tych z Was, którzy potrzebują odrobiny pomocy, pamiętajcie o notatkach do odcinka. Zatrzymuj podcast, przejrzyj notatki, w razie potrzeby powtórz nagranie. Zapisz się do newslettera za pośrednictwem strony angielskiskonradem.pl, by otrzymać natychmiastowy dostęp do notatek z tego i wszystkich poprzednich odcinków. Dostaniesz również powiadomienia o nowych odcinkach. Wszystkie notatki i wszystkie materiały są darmowe. Jeżeli masz pytania, uwagi i sugestie, skontaktuj się ze mną za pośrednictwem adresu angielskiskonradem@gmail.com bądź za pośrednictwem fanpage'a Angielski z Konradem na Facebooku. Switching to English. Hello and welcome to another episode of Angielski z Konradem. I'm your host, Konrad. I hope you are well, ready and willing to learn. I hope you love the show. As always, let's begin with the vocabulary part. Tiring, tiring, męczący. Tired, tired, zmęczony. Relaxing, relaxing, odprężający. Relaxed, relaxed, odprężony. Boring, boring, nudzący, nudny. Bored, bored, znudzony. It's time to relax. And you know what that means. A glass of a nice cold drink, your favorite easy chair, and of course, this podcast playing on your streaming service of choice. So go on, indulge yourself. That's right. Kick off your shoes, put your feet up, lean back and just enjoy my velvet voice. After all, podcasts soothe even the savage beasts. It's a paraphrase of an intermission, intermission, track found on the album Smash by The Offspring. I've been meaning to use it for quite some time. Today's topic seems to be fitting since we're going to talk about comfort. Before we move on to the lesson proper, imagine language as a living being, constantly changing, constantly evolving. Take the word in question, comfort. It used to be treated as a noun only. Nowadays it can also be used as an adjective. So you have comfort food, for example. Food that doesn't necessarily make you healthier, but it makes you feel good. Who doesn't enjoy a good burger every now and then? The same goes with comfort zones, but more on that later. Today's article comes from a website, psychreg.org. It's a community of freelance scholars. Whenever you scour the internet for learning material, always check the source, its credibility and reliability. Usually, it's as easy as checking out About page or Googling the author. Looking for a suitable article for today's episode was quite a challenge. Most of the results I got on the matter were pseudo-motivational nonsense written by personal coaches in order to sell their courses. My piece of advice to you: never trust a personal coach. Only joking. If it works for you, fine. Follow advice of a coach. Personally, I'll take the word of a scholar over the word of a person who doesn't follow his own advice but expects everyone else to do so. Life feels nice and easy when you are comfortable, the author says, and I'm inclined to agree. Some see comfort as the ultimate reward for hardships of everyday life. To stretch your legs while reclining yourselves on your couch, a glass of your favorite beverage in one hand and a bowl of popcorn in the other, pop in a nice film on Netflix and just relax. Plain and simple. That sense of comfort is related to how your brain works. Feelings and sensations that are perceived as good causes your brain to produce chemicals which make you feel at ease, like serotonin or dopamine. That's where the term comfort zone comes in. It's a space which can be either mental or physical, or both, where you feel at ease. Imagine your own personal cave where only you can go to and leave your worries behind. It may very well be your sofa. Is there anything wrong with that? Well, yes and no. Comfort becomes a problem if it's the norm. Comfort does not in fact make you happy because comfortable is not synonymous with happy. Comfortable is synonymous with familiar. Familiar is synonymous with neither good nor happy. Here's a simple example. Work. You may hate your job, but not enough to quit outright. Or maybe you are not able to in some situations. In time, you grow accustomed to it. After all, it's better than nothing. You have a steady source of income to satisfy your financial needs. You can pay the bills, your rent, another installment of your loan, buy yourself something nice from time to time. The decision to quit your job moves farther and farther as years go by. The feeling of comfort becomes stronger than any initiative to change. Individuals overwhelmed by the feeling of comfort refuse to change, to leave their comfort zone in order to pursue their desires, settling for familiar, even if far from ideal territories. After all, you are the boss of your comfort zone, however claustrophobic it may be. Only is the other way around, the author says. It's not you who is the boss, your comfort zone is. It wants us to not do anything outside of its comforting boundaries. It wants us to stay inside its comfy grounds. Just think how scary it has to be outside. The truth is that you will always be able to come up with an excuse to stay inside your comfort zone. The thing is that we all have to realize that the outside is always a bit scary. Everyone has fears. Only complete muppets call themselves fearless. There's no way around it. As cut and dried as it sounds, you have to face your fears head on. In case of learning, it's necessary to get somewhere in between comfort and stress. Being too relaxed makes you careless and distracted, while being too tense will easily get you blocked and unable to get anything worthwhile. Be prepared to be put on the spot. Make mistakes from time to time, even fail occasionally. As long as you are willing to stay out of your comfort zone, you shall gain valuable experience, not to mention a sense of excitement. The more often you leave those boundaries, the better you are prepared for any hardships life may throw your way. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should constantly go out of your way to feel uncomfortable. I also don't recommend just quitting your job all willy-nilly, unless you have your mind set on change and sufficient savings to get through your potential hiatus. There's always a way to improve your current state of being. You don't have to live like a hermit in order to do that. However, you will need to get your bums off your easy chair and embrace the terrifying unknown. Thank you for listening. In case you had forgotten, here's the revision of vocabulary for this episode with some example sentences. You will find them at the very end of your notes. Let's begin. Tiring, tiring, męczący. Marching up and down the square was a very tiring order. Marching up and down the square was a very tiring order. Tired, tired, zmęczony. I am tired of your excuses. Just do it. I am tired of your excuses. Just do it. Relaxing, relaxing, odprężający. There's nothing better than a relaxing massage after a hard day's work. There's nothing better than a relaxing massage after a hard day's work. Relaxed, relaxed, odprężony. Despite his relaxed pace, Bobby has easily won the chicken chasing contest. Despite his relaxed pace, Bobby has easily won the chicken chasing contest. Boring, boring, nudzący, nudny. Greg is not a boring guy, but his stories always make me yawn. Greg is not a boring guy, but his stories always make me yawn. Bored, bored, znudzony. Panga looks a bit bored. Take him for a walk, maybe? Panga looks a bit bored. Take him for a walk, maybe? Panga looks a bit bored. Take him for a walk, maybe? And that's the conclusion of today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you next time.